Rua dos Mercadores, the street of the merchants. So just gonna take a look at some of this cool stuff, and I'm gonna talk about expats today. Merchants, kind of expat theme, right? And probably some of you are curious about expats in Macau. So let's walk around, and I'm gonna show you Taipa while I talk about it. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. So expats in Macau. So the expat you're going to see the most here is Portuguese by far. So they can get into the legal system. Like lawyers from a lot of times they're from Portugal. It's Portuguese law here traditionally. Now it's Macau law, I guess. But it's all basically however law works. It's originally based on Portuguese law. So it brings in a lot of Portuguese expats. So they'll come in and work in the legal system, anything with Portuguese, because Portuguese is one of the official languages. Let me see. We're gonna keep on walking and exploring. Hello. So let's keep on going. So we're gonna explore. This is kind of up near a plaza area. And we got a Starbucks right there as well. So this is kind of, check it out. I'll kind of focus a little bit on vicinity around here. So this is usually a very busy street with a lot of tourists when it's tourist season. That's pretty cool. Actually, a lot of times I'll see a lot of people right here too. So, okay. This one used to be a Portuguese restaurant, but now it's something called Darcy Log. Okay, so we're gonna kind of give you a little bit of tour where we talk about expats. And I think today what I'm gonna do is walk up a little bit, up in this direction. So Portuguese is definitely number one. I think a lot of people who are Portuguese probably already know this, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. And I do have another video that's kind of similar to it. Let's walk down this alley since it's kind of cool too. So probably the next biggest expat group was the one that probably is more interested about it in my channel, which would be the Anglo-speaking world. Well, actually the Filipino would probably be the biggest group who also speak English as well. Filipinos and Indonesians are often domestic helpers. For one, is the one that most people will think of, but you meet Filipinos in almost every capacity, like in the service industry. So they'll be working casinos, security guards, things like that. So I would definitely say probably they would be way up there for expats. But probably the ones that are coming to my channel are probably thinking about Anglo-speaking world expats, which would be Anglo would be American, Canadian, British, Irish, South African, Australia, New Zealand. I would say out of all those groups, they're all here on some degree, and we mix quite well. So so people that I work with are from all the different English-speaking countries. Not so much. I do know some South African and people that are, but generally speaking, I would say that most people that I know are probably, I guess you'd call them like Commonwealth. So Commonwealth, there's a little dragon right here that I wanted to focus on. So it's pretty cool, right? So Commonwealth meaning like UK derivative. So that would be, it'd be your British. British would be the obvious one because of the Hong Kong connection. So Hong Kong was British for what, 150 years, and so a lot of British and people in Macau have had a long history together of going back and forth. So so there's definitely a British thing here, and a lot of times with the English sometimes I get a little bit like when I type things, it's usually in the British keyboards. So a lot of times when I type, I start to get a little bit confused with which one is American, which one is British, because I see both of them all the time. This is a pretty cool little space. So you'll definitely have a lot of Commonwealth influence more than American. But you'll definitely see Americans here too because of the casinos. So a lot of Americans will sometimes work in the casinos or be connected to the casinos. Another big group I often see too are Australians as well. Let's take a look a little bit at this space. Okay. So let's go on down so you can see. Let's go this way. It's pretty cool too. And the sunflowers are probably all plastic, but it looks pretty cool. Let's just see what those are. Yeah, it's plastic. How could I not be, right? Looks pretty cool though. I like it. Okay. Sometimes there's a garden right there and they'll do like different art exhibitions. But we're gonna walk up this way and we're gonna keep talking about expats. Australian is another big one that I see. I seem to run into a lot of Australians. Australia is well connected to Southeast Asia. So Bali, Indonesia being the one most people think about. The post office right there. We're gonna keep walking. There's a big church that we're gonna walk towards. So Australians are one of the biggest ones, are quite common as well. And Escola de Sao Paulo. Let's see, it's a big school. Okay, looks like it's gonna be raining harder again soon. So you're probably most curious about, I'm kind of going back and forth a little bit between all the cool stuff around here and checking out what's around here. This is kind of this is a Portuguese influence. This is more Chinese look. Huh. They're doing an air conditioner up there. Huh. It's interesting. I don't want to focus on them too much, but seeing a lot of cool stuff while we're exploring here. This is always a cool looking house too. Yeah, and this is the church. Let's just see if we can see how that guy's doing the air conditioner there. Looks like he's got it secured there. Anyways, that's our view. So we're gonna walk a little bit further. So most of the expats are usually working, a lot of the Portuguese are usually with government, law, working in libraries, things like that. Anything to do with the Portuguese language. Australians, Americans, Canadians, often with the casinos, sometimes with education, a lot of international schools, things like that. And Filipinos are usually doing more like service industry or domestic helper. Service being like, you know, security guards, restaurants, bartenders, waiters, waitresses, especially in the ones where there's more English speaking requirements with a international. That's pretty cool right there, right? So anyways, that's a little bit of a taste. Maybe ask me some more specific questions and I'll just create a whole video around it. Yeah, this overlooks, and you can see the Morpheus Casino over there. And over there, I'm gonna try to end the video in a minute, but over there they usually do different art exhibition stuff. So maybe we'll just end it right there. How do expats interact with each other? I think it's pretty good actually. Portuguese community is very welcoming, especially if you try to practice or use a little bit of Portuguese. It's all very positive. There's no one strong Anglo group, so it's not like, oh, they're building a whole little thing over here. Because I have to walk down a little bit. It's gonna end this video in a minute, but let's walk down to here instead. Yeah, they're building a whole little walkway now. So this is gonna walk out into this, which goes out into this like pond and stuff. Anyways, I don't want this to be too long, so we're just gonna stop right there. So yeah, create some questions for me, and I'll answer those more specifically. Yeah, you can also see all the Cotai Strip, Venetian, Future Londoner, big and massive apartment building, nice beautiful walkway to overlook the city. And then of course this church. We'll just end it up there because I'm gonna stop this particular one. So alright, hope you enjoyed that. Oh, street of the restaurant, Rua do Restaurantão. And then there's our big church up on the hill. They do mass in Portuguese, Tagalog, English, Chinese. Okay. A giant cross. And that. Chiquinha.